The bar lights flickered low, casting a soft amber glow across the crowded room. It was a Friday night in downtown Nashville, and the Crooked Note was alive with laughter, chatter, and the unmistakable off-key charm of karaoke. No one in that room could have guessed that in a few minutes, their world would go silent because of one man's song. Senator John Kennedy wasn't supposed to be there. He had just finished a grueling week in Washington, filled with tense committee meetings and long interviews about education reform. His staff had urged him to rest before his next speech, but Kennedy didn't want rest. He wanted to feel human again. So, after his flight landed late that night, he asked his driver to take a detour. "Somewhere small," he said, "where people still sing without thinking about cameras." The driver hesitated. He'd seen the senator handle press rooms, not public bars, but he obeyed. Minutes later, Kennedy walked into the Crooked Note wearing a simple flannel shirt and jeans, trying his best to blend in. No entourage, no microphones, no fanfare. Just a man looking for a few quiet moments among strangers. But as soon as he entered, whispers started to ripple through the room. "Wait, is that Senator Kennedy? No way. What's he doing here?" A few people snapped discreet photos, but most simply watched as he took a seat near the back, smiling politely and nodding to the waitress who brought him a cup of coffee. The karaoke night rolled on. A young teacher sang a heartfelt but slightly wobbly version of Adele's "Someone Like You." A group of college kids tried and failed to harmonize on Bohemian Rhapsody. The room was warm, alive, imperfect. And then, when the host called for the next name, the microphone feedback cracked through the noise. Up next, John K. A few people laughed. Surely that wasn't him. But then Kennedy stood up. Slowly, quietly, he walked toward the stage. He looked calm, though there was a faint tremor in his hands, one that only those who've carried too much for too long would notice. The host, startled but smiling, handed him the mic. "Senator, this is a surprise," he said. "What are you singing tonight?" Kennedy looked around the room for a moment, eyes resting on a group of veterans sitting near the bar. He nodded slightly and said, "Something for those who can't sing anymore." The backing track began to play, the opening chords of Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. At first, the crowd was quiet in curiosity. But as soon as Kennedy began to sing, the room froze. His voice wasn't perfect, but it was raw. Unpolished. Real. Each word carried a weight that came not from talent, but from truth. "I heard there was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord." His voice wavered on. "It goes like this, the fourth, the fifth," but he didn't stop. Halfway through the song, his eyes glistened. He paused, looked down, and then said softly into the mic, "My brother used to sing this one before he went overseas."